Welcome back, everyone. TCG.
Yes. So excited. So happy.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can be like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to do his mouth like
or the carbonite.
Can you even see the? Yeah.
Can you what? I don't know. Yeah. They're in the shot. They're kind of
okay, good.
Yeah, we're trying to show some memorabilia. I don't know. It was Star Wars here.
All right.
Welcome, everyone.
We can do this.
TCG spoiler again for TCG. Dave Cottingham, Cory Cooley.
We're joining the fun. There's been so many spoilers lately, and but this one is special.
It is. We've been getting a lot of Imperial Entanglement spoilers, so thanks to everybody out there, especially thanks to Fantasy Flight for letting everybody kind of share in the spoilers and seeing what's coming. But great news for us. Got sent a spoiler set for the upcoming final Force Pack in the Rogue Squadron cycle. Jumped to Lightspeed. And our first non-Navy objective set.
Golf clap. So yeah, it's Jedi.
It's Jedi.
It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
It's groundbreaking.
I think a lot to talk about in this one. So let's just get right into it. I'll let you kick it off.
Well, we start off, as you can see, with beautiful artwork. Clearly, one is doing more work than the other. I think. So one guy got a little shafted, I think, but it is what it is. The Forgotten Masters. It's a simple 1/5 Kashyyyk.
Interesting.
Forced reaction. After an edge battle resolves, set the balance of the force to the side of the player that won the edge battle. Wow.
Awesome.
Holy shnikes.
I'm loving that. I love that.
It just makes the edge battle that much more intense.
Yes.
That much more important. I mean, edge battles are huge, but this is just like, it completely opens up windows to play certain cards, like Lure of the Dark Side, or not Lure, it's Rage.
Yes.
Rage, depending on light and dark, and then binds all things. Isn't that you can draw one card if it's 2 cards if it's so? It's a lot of different cards out there that depend on the side. This is great. You can literally control that by this.
Yeah, and also it just makes you think more on the dark side that I can't. If I know or I have a very good chance I'm going to lose this edge battle if I attack, and then because if it turns, he's going to get me a damage when it becomes his turn. So it takes out that. It's pretty crazy.
I'll hang back and get the force. No, you won't.
No,
you won't. You won't do that.
Not at all.
Pretty cool.
So right away when you read this, though, when I opened up the set, you kind of got the feeling that this, even though this was coming in the pilot's cycle, that this isn't really pilot centric. So
I feel like at least one affiliation has had one of those random that don't seem like they should be in Rogue Squadron.
It seems like there's always one in there.
But then again, I can't remember if in the past cycles there's ever been that. Like if there's ever been one affiliation.
I feel like Hoth, there was always Hoth.
I feel like the Hoth was the most.
Yeah.
It's just
Echoes was okay. It had a lot of Force stuff in there, but it was a little different.
Yeah, it was.
So the first unique unit, the first card in this set, unique unit, Tyra Say. I failed to look her up before this. I should have. But she's a 4-cost, 3 damage, 3 Force icons, Force user, 5 combat icons. She's got a black unit, black blast, and then white of all 3. 1 unit, 1 blast, 1 tactic. So pretty powerful.
Crazy.
And she has the ability. This unit gains edge 2 while you have the most units committed to the Force.
That's nuts. This unit gains edge 2. That's the first time we've seen edge 2.
I think it is. It? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, that's edge 2. Yeah, no, we haven't seen that. So while you have the most units committed to the Force. That's interesting.
Is it precision flying edge 2?
Precision flying.
Remember the free?
You're thinking of maybe it is.
I think it is too. I think that one's
superior
edge 2.
numbers with superior numbers. Maybe that is it. Maybe that is it.
You loved that set for a while.
It is. I did.
I think it's Edge too.
It fell out of the mix. There's just so many other sets that I
Plus
had to
it was
get
Navy
in there.
affiliated only. So
yes, that's true.
You couldn't really put that much Sith in there.
That's right. I had to have my Sith Black Squadron stuff. So
yeah.
That's
so you had to drop that, but that had the escort carrier, and then
and it was cool because it was kind of like
we spoiled that set actually.
We did.
Didn't we? Yeah.
It was like impersonating a deity, like which is I think like the smug version of it, which was, you get a unit out, boom, just like that, and to have one unit up on the guy is always good. So it was hard to let go of that, edge, because that was one thing fighters desperately needed, but our very very good Baron Fowl, whatever his name is. Fix that.
But very interesting unit. You don't. Pretty powerful if you win the edge. Not only if you have her objective out, you win the edge. You get the light side turned over. If it was the balance was on the dark side. Plus you get 2 blast, 2 units, and a tactic. That's
insane. That's a lot of tactics.
She's
a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So she must. Yeah, we definitely need someone needs to enlighten us about her because it's.
I was gonna look her up, but I forgot.
You dropped the ball.
I did.
Dropped the ball.
I did drop the ball. So the next 2 units are the same.
Yeah, and should be familiar. We got this from Fantasy Flight. It's the Lost Master, 1 cost, 1 force icon, 3 damage capacity, which is cool. Along the lines of hired hands, stuff like that, which is always weird to see the 1/3. Black Blast, white unit. There's a catch though. Character force user. I go on to tell you how awesome the card is. This card is considered committed to the Force. So we've seen that kind of before, but then here's the catch. Force reaction. After this unit enters play, an opponent may spend 1 resource to return it to its owner's hand. Maybe keep in my hand until they don't have any resources.
Yep.
So that way I got a 1/3 black blast, 3 damage capacity. So unless you're, not a lot of things can just kill it right off the bat.
No.
Unless you get tricks, which a lot of people do nowadays. But very exciting. Very good card.
2 cards in a row. That's the same.
Mm-hmm.
The next card, number 5 in the set, is an event card that was. If you read the first article of Jump to Lightspeed, you actually saw this in the group. But it's a gift from the past, a 0 cost 2 force icon event card.
Is that Watto?
That is a version of a Watto.
I was going to say, are they there? Because it looks like he's in this junk shop, but maybe those guys...
Yeah, he's a Toydarian. So
they all have those pawn shops or mechanic shops, whatever it is.
But it's pretty cool art because the little girl's finding a holocron.
Yeah, it is a holocron. It's awesome.
And this is a great reaction. Now, this is not action, I'm sorry. It's an action.
Right.
But it's remove a target unit you control from the Force, then commit a different target unit you control to the Force.
When you read it, it's like, oh, okay. But really, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. I've been wanting something like this crazy.
Because you're relying on echoes to enact stuff like May the Force be with you and stuff like that and different abilities. But you got a 0 cost now. That's one more way to do that. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty huge because I'm right now I'm running I'm trying to run like a Sith with a splash of Boba set right now deck, and it seems like more times than not I always run into playing Mara and having to commit her, but then I get her saber,
right?
And I wish I had a card like this to decommit her and commit somebody else.
That's true. That's very true.
Because I'm double committing her basically if I'm putting her saber on her.
Because I feel it's I don't know if I've ever had that combo. Maybe once, and I loved
Mara and her lightsaber.
I loved Mara Jade.
Yeah.
Like I was a huge fan. I still am. I think it's an amazing card. The whole amazing set. I think it's one of my favorite. But that'd be nice to have something like this on the dark side. But so you don't have to be worried about the twists ruining your little combo with removing stuff from the Force.
That's right. So, and then of course the last card
is an Echoes.
Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah, because this is the only card really that
Echo the Dolphin.
You are able to, besides the Force Fade, really commit or decommit
Right.
at a certain time, but you can't move it. You can only decommit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that card that
That's
gift in
very
the past
true.
lets you
Yeah.
move the actual
That's pretty cool.
card. So I think especially when you
Yeah.
have May the Force be with you, if people are still running May the Force be with you, you know, you can play that event early on
Yeah.
to like if you had Luke locked down, move
Yeah.
it off, put it on him.
Another way to free the most powerful card in
That's
the
right.
world up, which is Luke Skywalker. Trial Luke Skywalker. Yeah. That's nuts.
I like it. So very different set, you know, that I think I expected from Jump to Lightspeed. This being kind of the pilot cycle almost in a sense, but
Yeah, it's interesting that they kind of threw this out there, but I'm glad
it almost
they
feels
did.
like this should have been in the last cycle, Echoes of the
Yeah,
Force.
it does.
You know?
It really does. It really does. I don't, you know, like I said, I don't know if in the past they've done stuff like this where they've had something kind of out of character, but to say the least, it's a good breakup. I mean, once again, adding to that Jedi, just gauntlet. I mean, the Jedis are just a monster. I feel like we're going to
Right.
see a lot of Jedi here, and we already have, but more and more and more. But it's really hard. And it was someone I failed to do my research, but it was funny because they were like, "Oh, the last one with Owen Lars, who I loved because he's just like, am I in? Am I out? How am I helping here?" You know?
Right.
I don't know why he sounded like a prospect.
I don't
a gold
either.
prospector.
Because he's like really deep voice.
He just
yeah.
looked, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, so, someone said something about that, which was like, oh, good, maybe it'll confuse the Jedi runners, as to if they should put that in or not. Because there's so many good objectives. It's like, maybe
Yeah.
hopefully it'll cause them some sort of, distress. This is one of those again. I mean, you got every single Jedi that's come out, at least lately, I've always been like, oh, you should at least have one of those. Which adds to the question, if you're not running a mechanic, I mean, I probably wouldn't have any doubles in my Jedi if I were to build one. I mean, there's a lot of singles in here. The only double I could think of would be probably Luke or May the Force, just because I really wanted, that objective for May the Force or that Luke. So I don't know.
But it begs the question, like, does this
I don't know if
does this find a way in your Jedi deck?
I think it's gotta.
Yeah.
I think it absolutely has to on the objective alone. I mean, that's a big objective.
It is. It is.
What was the last one? Hidden from the Empire. I mean, that one. When I built my, I was building a Jedi, or I was thinking about one. I mean, I really wanted that in there. I wanted, there's just so many good objectives, and yeah, it is. It is. You have to decide. You want one of each. I feel like sometimes that gets into a whole probably another episode we can do, which is one of each. Is that more versatile?
Right.
When you get into that stuff, and is 12 enough? Is 10 enough now? And because you got a lot of good objectives out there. Some people are going,
I think I'm
more
going.
than 10.
I know. I think I'm going to at least 11 right now.
So we were running.
I was playing. I was playing
but,
11 or 12 before all this stuff having happened anyway. But yeah.
Well, yeah. Depends.
But,
my light side runs a lot on the objectives, and I need my objectives, so I have to keep 10, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
with that.
All right, so that's this Jedi spoiler for Jump to Lightspeed, the next and last Force Pack of the Rogue Squadron cycle,
Yes, it is.
and the predecessor to Imperial Entanglements that is going to be coming out very soon. Hopefully, if you're going to Gen Con, maybe it's there. I don't think we've had official confirmation, but
No, they were saying something where they were like, there's, they were talking about tickets for certain items, and then they said, but there are some items that don't have tickets because they're a surprise pre-release, so they could be pre-releasing this, and
could
maybe
be Jump and
they
Imperial
very well could be.
Entanglements. Could
Very
be.
well could be.
We will find out. Hopefully,
Mind explosion.
I'd love to come back home with that stuff. So.
Absolutely, it'd be a lot of fun.
All right, so that's that'll do it. We'll get these cards up on the Facebook page probably at some point, and so you can kind of download it if you're into, a lot of people out there into making proxies and testing with this kind of stuff. So we will get those up there on our Facebook page. You can go there, facebook.com/Star Wars TCG. We're on Twitter at Star Wars TCG. StarWarsTCG.com. Listen to the podcast and catch up on all the videos from the 21 Network.
Do it.
He's Master Koo on Twitter.
Lates my gates.
I'm DCottyM21. Check us out, and we will be here next time for the next spoiler pack we get.
So exciting.
Thanks, guys.